Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning, rubbed them gently, and wondered why everything looks out of focus? The numbers on the clock seem smeared, the daylight feels harsh, and for the first few minutes, it's as if your eyes are lagging behind the rest of your body. If you're over 60, this experience is far more common than most people realize. And no, it isn't always something you should simply accept as normal aging. That early morning blur, the dry or gritty feeling, the sense that your eyes need time to wake up, these can all be signs that your eyes weren't properly supported while you slept. Now here's the encouraging part. This is something you can improve without medication, without eye drops, and without complicated routines. Tonight I want to show you something remarkably simple. Just 3 everyday foods, eaten before bed, that can help your eyes stay hydrated, repair themselves overnight, and wake up feeling clearer and sharper, naturally. If this is your first time here, welcome. After more than 30 years of working with older adults, I've seen how small, well-timed changes, especially in the evening, can lead to noticeable improvements in how your eyes feel in the morning. If you care about your health and you're tired of being told that blurry vision is just something you have to live with, you're in the right place. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. That way, you won't miss the simple, practical strategies I share every week to help your body stay strong and heal as you age. Now let's begin with the first food on our list, the one that helps get everything moving while you sleep. Let's talk about something most people completely overlook: prunes. Yes, prunes. They're usually associated with digestion. But when it comes to your eyes, especially after 60, they may be doing far more than you think. Your eyes rely on a fragile network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients directly to the retina, the paper-thin, light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye where vision actually begins. This is where light is converted into signals your brain can understand. Like any living tissue, the retina cannot repair itself or function properly without steady blood flow. Here's the issue. As we age, those capillaries gradually narrow, stiffen, and lose flexibility. Conditions common in older adults, like high blood pressure or diabetes, make this process even worse. So even if you're eating all the right nutrients, they may never fully reach your eyes. Think of it like trying to water a garden with a hose that's twisted and partially blocked. The water is there. It just can't get through. This is where prunes come in. Prunes have a surprisingly powerful effect on blood vessels, especially the tiny capillaries behind the eyes. They help those vessels stay flexible and open. And that matters, because when capillaries stiffen, circulation slows. And nutrients like vitamin A, lutein, and antioxidants can't reach the retina where they're needed most. It's like trying to deliver supplies to a house when the road is blocked. Prunes help clear the road. They're rich in vitamin K1, a nutrient that supports capillary strength and elasticity. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging has shown that older adults who consume higher amounts of vitamin K1 tend to have better blood flow to delicate tissues, including the eyes. But that's not the only benefit. Prunes are also high in potassium, which plays an important role in eye pressure regulation. While you sleep, pressure inside the eyes can rise slightly. In people over 60, that pressure sometimes stays elevated longer than it should. That's why some people wake up with puffy, swollen, or foggy-feeling eyes. Potassium helps maintain fluid balance inside the eye and protects the optic nerve from long-term stress. A 2019 study in ophthalmic research found that older adults with higher potassium intake had a lower risk of elevated intraocular pressure, one of the major contributors to glaucoma and age-related vision loss. And there's another benefit most people don't realize. Prunes naturally contain lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective antioxidants found in leafy greens. These pigments settle in the macula, the central part of your retina, where they act like internal sunglasses. They help filter harmful blue light and support sharper vision, especially in low light conditions. So when you eat prunes, you're not just improving circulation, you're also delivering protection directly to the most sensitive parts of your vision. I once worked with a 74-year-old patient who tried eating just 2 prunes before bed for 3 weeks. He told me, "My eyes don't feel foggy anymore. I wake up seeing clearly." That isn't luck. That's circulation doing its job again. If you want to try this yourself, keep it simple. Choose unsweetened, unsulfured prunes. No added sugars or preservatives. Eat 1 or 2 about 45 minutes to an hour before bed. You can eat them on their own or chop them into plain Greek yogurt if you prefer something creamy. Prunes are also low glycemic, meaning they won't spike blood sugar. In fact, they can help stabilize it overnight, which matters more than most people realize. Blood sugar swings can temporarily change the shape of the eye's lens, contributing to morning blur. So don't think of prunes only as a digestive food. Think of them as the first step in helping your eyes rehydrate, repair, and wake up clearer. Now that circulation is open and nutrients can finally reach your eyes, we face the next challenge. How do we protect those delicate retinal cells while you sleep? Now that circulation is flowing and nutrients can finally reach your eyes, there's a new problem we have to address: protection. Because your eyes don't shut down at night. Even when your eyelids are closed, your retina stays active, repairing tissue, processing residual light signals, and rebuilding critical proteins like rhodopsin, which allows you to see in low light. That kind of activity creates oxidative stress, tiny bursts of cellular wear that accumulate while you sleep. Over time, if that stress isn't controlled, it can accelerate retinal damage, strain the optic nerve, and speed up age-related vision loss. So the question becomes, how do we protect your eyes while they work overnight? The answer is pistachios. They may look small, but pistachios are one of the most eye-protective nuts you can eat. Here's why. Pistachios are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that integrates directly into the fatty membranes of your eye cells, especially your rods and cones, the cells responsible for detecting light. Once there, vitamin E helps neutralize oxidative stress before it can damage those cells. Studies have linked adequate vitamin E intake from whole foods to a slower progression of macular degeneration in older adults. But pistachios don't stop there. They also contain 2 pigments your retina absolutely depends on: lutein and zeaxanthin. These pigments accumulate in the macula and act as natural light filters, reducing glare and blocking harmful blue light, especially important for night vision and exposure to artificial lighting. And if falling asleep is something you struggle with, pistachios offer an unexpected bonus. They are one of the richest natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that signals your brain it's time to rest. In fact, researchers publishing in Nutrition Neuroscience found that pistachios contain more melatonin per gram than nearly any other plant-based food. That means pistachios don't just protect your eyes, they help your entire nervous system relax, allowing your eyes to enter deeper, uninterrupted repair mode. They also provide magnesium and vitamin B6, nutrients that support the optic nerve and help regulate tear production overnight. I worked with a patient named Linda, 68, who told me, "My eyes feel dry every morning, and night driving is unbearable. The glare makes it impossible." We added just 6 pistachios to her evening routine, about 30 minutes before sleep. 2 weeks later, she said, "My eyes aren't scratchy anymore, and I drove home last night without squinting." Simple, natural, effective. If you'd like to try this, choose unsalted, raw, or dry roasted pistachios. Eat 5 to 7 nuts about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. If nuts are hard to digest at night, pair them with a spoon of plain yogurt or a few slices of kiwi for extra hydration and vitamin C. Avoid combining pistachios with salty foods or caffeine, which can counteract their calming and protective effects. So now the second layer is in place. Prunes open the roads. Pistachios now guard the path. Your retina is protected, your optic nerve is supported, and your body receives a gentle signal. It's time to rest, repair, and reset. Now there's just one final piece left, because protection alone isn't enough. Your eyes don't just need to be shielded from damage, they need to be rebuilt, cell by cell, while you sleep. So far, we've cleared the pathways with prunes. We've protected the system with pistachios. Now comes the final step: rebuilding. Because protection by itself isn't enough. Your eyes don't just need to be defended from damage, they need to be restored layer by layer while you sleep. That repair process requires raw materials, nutrients that rebuild cell membranes, hydrate tissues, and restore the structures that keep your eyes clear, comfortable, and sharp. This is where chia seeds come in. They're small, easy to overlook, but they're packed with powerful eye-repairing nutrients. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially ALA. These fats are essential for rebuilding the outer membranes of retinal cells, and here's why that matters. As we age, those membranes gradually thin and lose flexibility. That's when symptoms like dry eyes, slower focusing, and light sensitivity begin to appear, especially in the morning. When you consume chia seeds regularly, you're supplying your body with the exact fats it needs to restore those fragile membranes and improve visual comfort without strain. Research shows that omega-3s from chia seeds also help calm inflammation inside the retina and support natural tear production, particularly in older adults who struggle with dry or irritated eyes. But there's more. Chia seeds play a major role in hydration. When soaked, they form a soft gel that slows digestion, supports fluid retention, and helps stabilize blood sugar overnight, all of which contribute to clearer vision in the morning. That gel-like texture also supports the tiny tear glands that keep your eyes moist while you sleep. Instead of waking up with tight, scratchy eyes, many people notice smoother, calmer eye comfort upon waking. And there's another quiet benefit most people don't expect. Chia seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to produce melatonin. Deeper sleep means more effective repair, not just for your brain, but for your eyes as well. I once worked with a 71-year-old patient, Mr. Alvarez. He began eating soaked chia seeds with banana and a pinch of cinnamon about an hour before bed. After 2 weeks, he told me, "I'm not waking up with dry eyes anymore. They feel relaxed, not tight." If you'd like to try this yourself, the method is simple. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and mix them into a small glass of water or almond milk. Let them sit for 20 to 30 minutes until they form a gel. That's when they're easiest to digest and most absorbable. You can eat them plain or add banana slices, a little cinnamon, or even a chopped prune if you want to combine benefits. If soaking feels inconvenient, you can still sprinkle dry chia seeds into plain yogurt. It still works, though the hydration effect is stronger when soaked. Either way, the result is the same. You're giving your eyes the materials they need to rebuild what time has gradually worn down. Prunes open the roads, pistachios protect the path, chia seeds restore what's been lost. This isn't magic, it's nutrition, timing, and giving your body what it needs, exactly when it needs it most. By now, you've seen how each of these foods plays a unique role. Prunes help nutrients reach your eyes, pistachios protect your retina through the night, and chia seeds give your body what it needs to rebuild and restore. But here's where things really come together. They work best as a team. This isn't just a snack, it's a simple, calming ritual that quietly tells your body, it's time to rest, it's time to heal, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Here's how I recommend putting it into practice. After dinner, during a quiet moment before bed, take a small dish and place 2 prunes on it. Beside them, add 5 or 6 pistachios, ideally unsalted and raw. Then prepare a small serving of chia seeds. If you soak them earlier in the day, they'll already be ready. If not, simply mix a spoonful into a bit of almond milk or water and let them soften for at least 20 minutes. You can eat each item separately or combine everything into a small bowl of plain yogurt. Some people enjoy adding a few banana slices or a pinch of cinnamon for flavor and relaxation. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Eat this combination about 45 to 60 minutes before bed, ideally without distractions. No screens, no rushing, just you, a quiet moment, and the understanding that you're doing something meaningful for your body. I often suggest pairing this with a cup of chamomile tea or warm lemon water, not because it adds nutrients, but because it signals to your nervous system that it's safe to unwind. You don't need to follow this routine every single night, but doing it most evenings, especially during times when your eyes feel tired, irritated, or foggy, can make a noticeable difference. Some people like to rotate ingredients. They may replace prunes with a medjool date occasionally, or use kiwi instead of banana for extra vitamin C and hydration. That's perfectly fine. What matters is the rhythm, the intention, and giving your body the tools it needs to support you through the night. You're not just eating, you're signaling. You're telling your body it's safe to repair now. And when you wake up with clearer vision, less strain, and a calmer feeling in your eyes, you'll notice the difference. No supplements, no prescriptions, just a few simple foods, taken with care. That's the ritual, and your body responds to it. We often forget that the most powerful healing doesn't come from a pill. It comes from consistency, from intention, from the quiet choices we make every day. What you eat before bed may seem small, but to your body and to your eyes, it speaks volumes. A couple of prunes, a few pistachios, a spoonful of chia seeds, each one doing its part, each one supporting the others. This isn't a treatment plan, it's a signal, a gentle, steady message that says, I'm still taking care of myself. And that matters. Because aging doesn't mean losing control. It means learning how to support your body in smarter, kinder ways. You're not broken. Your body hasn't given up on you. Sometimes it just needs a little patience and the right support at the right time. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. Thank you for caring about your health. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for your future. If this was helpful, I'd appreciate a like. Feel free to share it with someone who might need a gentle reminder that healing is still possible. Leave a comment and tell me how your eyes have been feeling lately. I'd love to hear your story. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. I share simple, natural ways to support your health every single week. Until next time, I'm Dr. Stacy Kirk. Here's to calm nights, clear mornings, and eyes that continue to serve you every single day.